Okay, so starting off chapter 10, we're going to check your algebra game here. Okay, so obviously we know how to solve these multi-step equations. Oh my gosh, if you can't do those, we're in big trouble. Make sure you multiply both sides by 2 and then simplify right here. Multiply that side by, actually, let's do this one. So this one I'm going to cross products, right? So I have 2 times that whole thing. So that's 4x minus 14 equals, and then this side I'm going to simplify. 8x minus 47 minus 3x plus 14, and then combine like terms and see what you get. Okay, I will throw the answers into Schoology on this. Set number 2, they're just checking to see if you remember how to FOIL. Okay, so first, outer, inner, last, when you do the foiling, star number 9 and number 10, because if you just take that squared in, if you just take that exponent in, you are totally going to get this wrong. So the worst answer would be 16x squared plus 9. No. Okay, when in doubt, write it out. So that squared means it has to be 4x plus 3 times itself, which means outer and inner still exist. Okay, so multiply that one out, see what you get. Let's go to the back side. I want you to do all of these. Okay, so set number 3 is factoring. So these are the trinomials, the binomials that you have to go backwards. Okay, so this is super duper important. So let's talk about number 11. So if you look at 11 through 14, none of these have coefficients. So that does keep them a little bit easier. Remember, you're doing multiples. So factors of 21 that add to 10. Okay, so factors of 21 that add to 10, that would be x and 7 and x and 3, and you just broke it down. Figure out what the signs would be to make a positive 10x in the middle. Okay, so you'll do the same thing for all of these first 3. Okay, 15 and 16 are what we call a difference of squares, if you remember. Perfect square, perfect square, perfect square, perfect square. Okay, so if it's a difference of perfect squares, it breaks down to a plus b and a minus b, because outer and inner must have canceled out. Okay, so number 15 would be x and 8 and x and 8, right? One would be positive, one would be negative. Okay, so 16 is just like that. All right, 17 actually has a GCF. So if you remember, we did GCF, difference of squares, and then just x squared plus bx plus c, no coefficient. Okay, here we have to take the GCF out first. So we take out the 4 and then look at the trinomial that's left over, x squared plus x minus 20. And then you would break this one down, factors of 20 that add to 1, and just leave that 4 out front. Okay, but number 18 does not have a GCF. There's a 1 right there, so you can't take anything out, and they don't share x's. So this one you have to break down with a 2x and a x in the front. Okay, and then here you have to have all your factors of 28. Break it down, see how you guys do. All right, so set number 4 is actually solving the quadratic equations. Okay, so now make sure you get them set equal to, does everybody remember what you get them set equal to? 0. Okay, so set them equal to 0, factor them. If they are not factorable, you actually could use the quadratic formula. If you don't remember what that is, look it up. So if any of these happen to not be factorable, you could use the quadratic formula to get your solutions. All right, so start chapter 10 off with that. And then I also want you guys to do a quick little dictionary about circles. Okay, so all the parts of the circle, if you look on the back, there's more. Okay, so make sure you do all those definitions.